Hello, welcome to a new episode of Inside the Song. My name is Andre Tonelli, and as always in this series of videos, I will show you one of my songs as a demonstration and real-life application of a certain musical concept or idea. And last week we looked at artificial or pinch harmonics, which is usually a quite random sounding technique, but we kind of made it more musical and more controlled by using it to elevate and to complement a melody. Today we're going to look at the other side of the coin with natural harmonics. Natural harmonics are kind of similar in result, but they're a bit more delicate and subtle, and I think they can be used a bit more musically also. The example I picked is from a song called Planet 9 from my album Lights and Shadows, because the intro makes extensive use of them, and I think you can hear how they can interact with regular playing. So without further ado, let's just hear it. So those high notes you hear, those are the natural harmonics, and they're great because they give me an extra high voice to complement my bass and my middle voices and my higher melody voice, but then once in a while I can tap into this extra high voice to give me even more musical content. The basic technique for natural harmonics is extremely simple. All you have to do is just lower very gently your finger onto the string, and at a certain point of the fretboard you will generate these harmonics. So if I play a string, of course an E string, it will sound like an E, but check this out. You see that? I'm just sliding my finger, I'm not actually pressing down on the string, I'm just slowly and gently doing that, and I generate all these sounds. You can actually memorize the sound of each of these notes as compared to the open string. Today we're going to look at just a few of them, just to get you going, and then you can, of course, investigate further. But there's an obvious one on the 12th fret, which gives you an octave higher than the open string. So if I play an E, this is another E, just an octave higher, right? Then you can go to the 5th fret, which is another E, but one octave even higher. So it corresponds to this. You see that? The same note. So it's kind of great. You have this very high voice right here down on the neck. And then there's a few other notes that are useful. Ones that I like a lot are the 5th, which is on the 7th fret. This note is actually a 5th of the open string. So in this case, we're playing E. This is a B, but an octave higher. So it sounds like this. And then another very useful one is a 3rd, a major 3rd on the 9th fret, 2 octaves higher. So this is a G sharp, but 2 octaves higher. So it corresponds to this one. All right, so it's cool because you see you don't have to move that far and you still get access to these notes. So let me show it to you from close up, just the basic technique so you see how it works. So now that you have your technique down, you can basically go on and explore the whole neck and figure out what notes you're generating everywhere on the fretboard. And it's good to keep in mind, if you're playing in a certain key, you want to make sure that these notes you're hitting agree with that key, right? Otherwise you get some maybe unwelcome dissonances. In this specific song and this specific intro, I establish basically an E minor tonality, and then I use harmonics that complement it, okay? So here's what I'm doing. So that extra high voice really makes a big difference for me, and it gives me an ethereal quality to the sound that I was looking for this specific song. As a final tip, I would like you to focus and be aware of the rhythmic possibilities of this technique, because when you generate sounds with natural harmonics, of course being so high, they are quite clear to the ear. And so you can actually use this to your advantage by knowing where to place them rhythmically. And what I'm trying to do in this song is to, of course, use them to move the progression forward, but also to kind of establish a need for resolution and maybe not give it to you right away, you know, kind of have you wait for it just a little bit. And so that's a great technique you can use. Maybe just don't overuse it, you know, because again, it's such a clear technique and so easy to spot that you can actually overuse it. But if you're a bit careful, you'll be okay. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff so we can reach more people and maybe help them out in their quest to become better musicians. All right, thanks again, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.